Hello, my name is Benjamin Bloom and I have just witnessed Norwich 1, Brentford 2. So there's a large elephant waving its arse around and swinging its trunk in the room. I'm an Ipswich Town fan. What was I doing at a Norwich game? Yes, I get it. I'm up here for Christmas. My darling sister lives in Norwich and I'm up here seeing her. So I took in the Norwich v Brentford game. Just a little bit of a spying mission ahead of February the 18th. But, you know, Christmas can be a bit boring, can't it? I'd just be sat there. I'm just going to eat. I'm going to be generally bored. My body clock's going to get out of sync. So I went to the football. So I've seen both of these teams play against Ipswich this season, both at Portman Road. Norwich won 1-0, Brentford lost 2-0. Norwich played really well at Portman Road and were very solid and came out kind of deserved winners, defended well, rode their luck a bit and took the chance for the goal. Brentford passed the ball a hell of a lot, didn't score, and Ipswich scored 2 goals. So kind of classic what we've seen from McCarthy this season. So Norwich are in a bit of a bad spot at the moment. Since they did beat Ipswich, they've tailed off really quite badly and dipped down the table. And although we have a joke on the excellent Blue Monday podcast, which you can get on Acast and Apple Podcasts, about the parachute payments, this is the end, the last season for Norwich. These games are really, really important the further they slip away from these playoffs. And after today, it doesn't look likely. So Norwich played a 4-2-3-1. Gunning goal, Pinto, Steeperman, the fullbacks, Hanley and Closer, the centre-backs, with Reed and Vrancic sitting. And then 3 off the front were Watkins on the left, Pritchard on the right, Maddison, the Ipswich destroyer, behind Nelson Oliveira, who I didn't see play at Portman Road. Brentford play kind of a 4-1-4-1 designed to get ginger midfield maestro Woods on the ball. So they had Yanaris, who I'm familiar with as a attacking centre midfield. He played right back, so total football there. Barbe left back, Meepham and Bjelland were the centre halves. So Woods sits in a little world of his own, as we'll discuss. What a great player he is. Joseph Soon on the right, Watkins, who's an excellent player as well, on the left, Sawyers and Mikoto with Vibe up front. And Brentford hit the post straight away. Watkins, he curls a right footer, cuts in off the left, off the post, and then Vibe can't do anything with the rebound. So a bit of a warning for Norwich after 3 minutes. The game kind of is a little bit even for the first 10 minutes. Brentford give it away on 14. Oliveira chases, but nothing doing. You can see Brentford and their goalkeeper Bentley trying these ambitious goal kicks. He's chipping it either side. The centre halves are splitting, so they're trying to play it out from the back. Vibe cross to the back post. Watkins heads back across, looping header. Good save by Gunn, and then Vibe with the follow-up straight at him. So Brentford with the chances for the first 20 minutes. Sawyers with a give and go. Shanks it wide right-footed from 25 yards. So Norwich didn't start the game well, but on 28 they have a little flurry of chances. It's like they get all of their chances in one go. They force a corner. Maddison takes it, gets volleyed in, it goes up in the air, gets volleyed in by Closer, and this is one of these ones where you see so many goals, bounces up in the air and the defenders have come out, they've left Watkins, he's like virtually 4 yards out, doesn't get anything on the header, and it's well saved by Bentley. Then it comes back out and back in again. Oliveira's one-on-one, and Bentley, he played well actually. He comes out and he half commits, but he stays big enough to stop Oliveira. Then it's clipped back in by Vrancic and Closer heads it just wide. So despite Watkins' early chances and Vibe and Sawyers, Norwich could have taken the lead on 28. And I would say for about 5 or 6 minutes they're on top. They're 3 off the front kind of buzz around. But in the main it's Brentford. Vibe breaks the Norwich midfield press, lays it back in to Barbe and a weak side footer. So now Brentford get back on top and they're going to take the lead here on 36 minutes. Mikoto gets behind on the left-hand side into Watkins. Sawyers slides it across the Vibe, and this is a really nice finish. He takes it right-footed first time, and Gunn is a big unit in goal, and he stretches and he can't get down to it in the corner. So Brentford take the lead on the basis of chances, not necessarily against the run of play. Norwich then panic a little bit, and straight away it's 2-0. Brentford kill them in a 5-minute spot. 40th minute, they get the second goal. Ball goes across. Watkins steps over it, Cole and York style. Gunn makes the first save, but then it's fed back into Vibe. He's in one-on-one on the right foot, opens up his body, same finish, more gentle, slides it past Gunn, who looks really annoyed because he made the first save. And Brentford go 2-0 up. Real kind of shock to the Norwich system there. They did deserve it, I think. Maybe not 2 straight away, but on the balance of the play, Norwich were only on top for 5 minutes in that half, and Brentford, they're patient. They never kind of play it long, and real calmest team you'll see play in the Championship, certainly. And when they got the chances, they took them really well. On 43, Norwich corner bounces up. Hanley can't do anything. Quick counter attack. Watkins carries it. He was the big danger man. Shifts it onto his left from the right. He blasts it at the top corner. That wasn't far off. And then another chance for Brentford in stoppage time. The free kick's curled in. And sorry, I was sitting far away. It was either Meepham or Bjelland. I couldn't quite. I think Brentford need to sort their numbers out. It's like stripes on stripes, and you just can't read them. And the header, he's really good position, but the Norwich defender just gets something on it. So Brentford go in 2-0 up. Well-deserved lead, I would say. Not necessarily a 2-0 lead, but when you count up all the chances, Norwich had that kind of effort from the corners, the kind of scramble and the quick chances. But really, Brentford had the rest of the half, had sort of 4 decent chances and scored 2 of them. So I'm trying to be as unbiased I can, being an Ipswich fan talking about Norwich, but Brentford deserved the lead. When Brentford were defending, they came in really tight, and Norwich didn't really get the trick that if they bought Pritchard and Watkins came in and the fullbacks came outside, there was a whole ton of space, and they did have 2 covering midfielders, so they should have kind of played more wide, I thought. But yeah, not a lot of confidence in Norwich's game, not a lot of kind of speed and vigour either. I think that was a big problem. They weren't outnumbered in any area of the pitch, but Brentford just passed the ball better. So Hanley goes out. He's a big unit, don't know whether he's fit, and Zimmerman comes in at half-time. Pritchard gets slid in down the right-hand side of the box and smashes his shot wide, nearly goes out for a throw. Oliveira literally hits the roof of the stand with a volley. This is how Norwich's chances are going. Vibe goes out, Vibe, and Morpay comes in. I don't know whether there was an injury. Obviously, he was on a hat-trick, so you'd think there was. Brentford free kick curling, comes out to Sawyers, smashes it at goal. Good block there. That was goalward from him. Josefzoon takes a yellow card here. Norwich curling the free kick, and Oliveira can't quite get anything on it. Brentford are piling it on now. They're really on top for this sort of period around the 60th minute, and play into the box, and Mapai actually takes a yellow for diving in the box. Swivelling volley from Vrancic, left footer, doesn't trouble Bentley. And at this point, Farker, the Norwich manager, makes his move. Watkins goes out and Murphy comes in. Stiepermann goes out and Lewis goes in. So he doesn't change the system. He doesn't give Oliveira help up front, and he doesn't try and go wide around the narrow Brentford defensive back 4. So like for like, are they superior players? I don't know. Seemed a bit of a kind of reaching substitution to me. Josefzoon out, Canos in, which the Brentford fans love because he's next to Norwich guy. Some fun songs for that. For the 10-minute period from the first Norwich sub to the Brentford sub, Ryan Woods, the Brentford midfielder, was taking the mick. Honestly, I saw a lofty comparison. I saw Roy Keane play against Ipswich once and just dominate the game for longer periods than that. But Woods was great in that period. Just was always free and always receiving the ball on the swivel, getting it, giving it, and Norwich couldn't get near him. So kudos to him. Nice breakthrough by Closer though on 77. Feeds it through to Vrancic. This was a good chance. He tries to, I don't know when he tried to dink it. He tried to put it over Bentley, who is a really agile, quick, sort of cat-like goalkeeper, very fast off his line. And it's quite a powerful shot in the end. Hits the crossbar, so unlucky there, but good chance for Norwich. Just nothing going from crowd getting restless, all starting to leave. Another yellow for diving here. Pritchard gets played in, and he takes a dive. So you can't say the ref wasn't consistent. I'm down the other end. I can't comment further. Nice move down the right. Pritchard in for Oliveira, heads it straight at Bentley. Makoto goes out and the much once heralded McEachran comes in. Great move this one by Brentford though on 83. Canos ends up with the shot, but they really built it up from one side of the pitch to the other to work it to him. He's on the edge of the area. Good save by Gunn to his right. Corner ends up falling for Barbe, who's quite a skillful ball playing left back, and he volleys the shot not far wide. Oliveira blasts one over to big boos on 90. Assistant referee holds up 4 minutes. Norwich get a goal back right at the start of the 4 minutes of stoppage time. Crossed in from the right hand side. Good goal this. Oliveira takes a touch and smashes it on the half volley straight in the corner. Bentley kind of unlucky not to get his clean sheet. Norwich huff and puff, but they weren't really on top when they scored. So even though everyone gets a lift, they couldn't manage to get it back to 2-2. Wasn't really ever looking like happening. So I mustn't be too biased. Brentford, they only won by 1 in the end, but they were comfortable winners. Norwich looked really kind of devoid of confidence. They didn't play well at all, really. The team as a whole didn't function well in the first half, and they didn't use the width when Brentford tucked in. The free off the front didn't really work well with the front man. In the second half, you could see Maddison trying to make things happen. He's a good player. But when you get a sense that the team unit's not working, one player can't do it. Reed was the same in midfield, was huffing and puffing, trying to make it happen. And Oliveira looks like a horrible player to play against, and in a bad performance, he still scored. So any one of those three did reasonably impress me, but it was a poor team performance by Norwich. Just didn't happen for them today. Brentford, when they get it right and all their passing works, look really good. They didn't dominate the ball like I saw them do against Ipswich, but they were far more effective going forward. Vibe took his chances very well. I mean, I love Woods. I'm biased. I loved him going into the game. He had a really great 10 minutes. In the first half, Watkins really looked like a nice attacking player on the left. I have to say Vibe as well, you know, when you stick 2 goals in. I can't look past Woods though for the star Brentford man. He would just fit into any team where it's just like, right, sit in that hole between the defence and the midfield and just use the ball. And I like the way the team is set up to play to his strengths and to make him work. And despite only having one guy up front and not a focal point, Brentford really, they do get guys forward. And like I say, they're just the most laid back team in the whole world. They never steam into anything. They never play it long. So probably very pleasing on the eye if you're a Brentford fan, but maybe a soft touch sometimes. I don't know, when you don't know how they did away at Millwall or away at Sheffield United or something. Probably fine, they won, but probably get steamrolled. So Brentford moving on quite nicely. They're kind of in the mid-table. Norwich, as an Ipswich fan, I'm obviously very interested in. They're now at the halfway point and they're really languishing back. Don't know if there's any money to spend. Don't know whether they'd give it to the manager. Lot of boos, lot of discontented fans. I think Norwich have had a high standard since Lambert was there, and the fans expect a lot. So anyway, Brentford fan, let me know what you think in the comments about your team's performance. I thought you played well, looked improved from when they played Ipswich earlier in the season. Didn't take the chances today. They really did, and they passed the ball well. And isn't Woods a great player? Norwich fans, if you're watching, you don't hate me for coming into your ground and watching your team lose. Let me know what you think. Have I got it right? Is this systemic or players? I think Norwich have got good players, but just didn't look at it today. And Houlihan, who's destroyed Ipswich many times, they just don't seem to have a playmaker player ever to come in and replace that guy. So let me know what you think in the comments. Give us a thumbs up, give us a sub. You can follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom. And I'm off to see Ipswich hopefully not get pummeled tomorrow by Wolves. So have some sympathy if you are a Norwich fan. There you go. Over and out. Thank you for watching.